curious, slightly hushed. An adult elephant can uproot a mature tree using nothing but its trunk. It is a creature of immense physical weight, capable of generating thousands of pounds of force with a single stride. Yet this animal can be held completely stationary by a simple, fragile piece of string. This physical contradiction mirrors the specific feeling of being stuck in your own life without a clear reason why. Raw capability means nothing if a hidden, overriding constraint prevents that strength from ever being applied. Consider a man walking past a circus yard. He stops, his attention caught by a row of adult elephants standing quietly in the dirt. He looks for the heavy infrastructure keeping them contained. He sees no steel cages, no thick iron chains, and no high walls. He traces the line from their legs to the ground. The only thing restraining these animals is a frayed, thin rope tied to a tiny wooden stake driven into the soil. A single surge of power would snap the cord and end the confinement instantly. The observer stands there, confused. The animals make zero effort to test their bonds. They don't pull or shift their weight. They simply stand still. Because the visible evidence fails to explain the situation, the true mechanism keeping the elephants trapped must be invisible. Unable to ignore the puzzle, the man seeks out the elephant trainer nearby. He asks why the animals show no desire for freedom and why they make no attempt to walk away. The trainer's reaction is calm. This behavior is a predictable, engineered outcome of their upbringing. The trainer had replaced physical chains with a psychological protocol installed during the animal's youth. This chart tracks the protocol. In infancy, an elephant's physical strength is low, making the rope an unbreakable barrier. As the baby strains, each failure teaches it the rope is stronger. Eventually, it accepts the bond as permanent and stops testing the rope entirely. As the animal grows into a powerhouse, its mental state remains frozen in that early period of weakness. It never attempts to pull away because it still carries the memory of a struggle it could not win. This is learned helplessness, a state where past failures overwrite present capabilities, leaving the subject blind to their own current power. Human beings follow this same pattern. We allow early setbacks to define the boundaries of what we believe is possible for the rest of our lives. We manufacture internal tethers. We tell ourselves we lack the talent, we aren't good enough, or we simply aren't the type to succeed. These thoughts eventually solidify into perceived facts. We stop trying to advance or take risks, even as our actual skills, resources, and maturity grow far beyond our childhood limitations. We find ourselves confined by conclusions we reached years ago, even when the evidence for those conclusions has long since vanished. You must distinguish between a historical failure and your present-day capacity to overcome it. Many of the constraints you feel today are phantom strings, carried over from a version of yourself that no longer exists. Look at your current limitations and ask if you are genuinely trapped or if you have simply surrendered your will to test the bond. Freedom begins the moment you decide to apply your full strength against a rope you've always assumed was unbreakable.
Enjoyed this? Hit like, share it with someone who'd love it, and subscribe for more. See you in the next one.